It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Friday, the 23rd of February. I'm Michael Groff. You've heard the old adage, when it rains, it pours. Well, just before I started recording today's weather video, the C-clamp, or the desk clamp that holds the arm to this microphone that I speak into every day, it finally gave up the ghost. It's done. And so the whole arm, everything just came tumbling on down. So now I've disconnected everything. I'm holding the microphone with one hand, and I'm not sure. I use two hands to work the controls for this video. As you know, these weather videos are so elaborate and such a big production, it requires both hands to operate everything. But so we'll see how this goes, all right? It feels very strange. This is a very awkward situation that we have here. All right, well, looking outside, you see there's plenty of mid and high-level clouds out there today, and that's going to be the theme going into this weekend. Plenty of high clouds, but that's not going to slow down the warming trend. Temperatures well above average. We'll have highs up in the 80s perhaps tomorrow. Maybe Sunday we could see mid-80s around here. But then a change over toward cooler and a little bit of unsettled weather will come in here for the first half of next week. Some rain chances in here. Perhaps nothing overly significant, but we'll take all the rain we can get, and temperatures will lower somewhat. After that, forecast uncertainty starts to come into the mix, and we'll talk about that and everything else going on in just a moment. But first, on top of everything else, it is Friday, and it's Photo Friday, and that's where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. Hopefully, I have managed to get all of those in here. All right, first up, David Parnell. Notre Dame Prep is the place. Last Saturday, the time. The State 5A soccer playoffs are ongoing. So there you go. Beautiful weather for all of that. And then Chris Martin. How about this? A sunrise from Ahwatukee. This is from earlier in the week. That is gorgeous. And if you think that's nice, what's a sunrise without a sunset? He snapped this one last night at I-10 and Elliott. And that is gorgeous. Chris Martin always with those nice pictures. Speaking of, this is from Beth, and this is from Wednesday night up in North Phoenix. She notes the thick clouds, and yes, even a few sprinkles. Yes, we did have a few sprinkles or a few light showers on Wednesday across the area. And so that's a nice picture as well. So thank you guys for all of your submissions. We couldn't do it without you. Photo Friday each and every week. And if you want to get your photos in here or videos, you can send them to my email address. groffshow@gmail.com is my email address. That is GROFFshow@gmail.com for Photo Friday. All right, let's get into it here. All right, looking at the Almanac from yesterday, that requires me to move over here. There we go. 76 degrees the afternoon high, 54 was the morning low, 72 and 50 are the averages for this time of year. And no rain in the bucket yesterday at Sky Harbor. Sunset now at 6:20 p.m. So we've tacked on an hour already to our sunset, and our sunrise 7:04. We've subtracted about 29 minutes from the latest sunrise in the morning. So we're seeing that daylight increase pretty quickly. As we take a look outside right now, here at about 12 noon, we've got mostly cloudy sky, but they're just high clouds out there. We're sitting at 70 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point 32, 25% the humidity, the wind's light, and the barometer is steady. Temperatures across the country right now, and again, not bad for late February. Now, we do note a little bit of cooler air is beginning to intrude into the far northern plain states. We're down to the teens. It's 16 degrees right now in Devils Lake, North Dakota. And we've got some teens and 20s across northern Minnesota, parts of North Dakota, and infringing upon northern Wisconsin. But elsewhere, you can see temperatures well up in the 50s. It's 50 at Detroit, 52 in Columbus, Ohio. Further to the south, you've got 60s and 70s across the southeast U.S. and the Gulf Coast. So by and large, with the exception of those northern plain states and parts of the northeast, temperatures are actually above normal for this time of year. And it's been one of the warmer winters for much of the northern plain states. We'll get the statistics on that by next week, but it sure looks like that's how it's going to play out. The watch warning map, we do have a trough that's over eastern Canada, pulling down somewhat cooler air. But out here in the west, there's a ridge here in the southwest, an area of low pressure developing to the west of us, and with southwesterly flow picking up here aloft, That's going to be the facilitator for increasing high clouds around here through the weekend. All right, the watch warning map is relatively quiet right now. We do have some winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, some wind across parts of the Pacific Northwest from eastern Washington, Idaho, Montana. But in terms of high impact events, not a whole lot else going on. The convective outlook for today, we don't anticipate any organized severe weather. And here's that precipitation outlook. This is valid through Friday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix generally at or under 1/10 of an inch for the most part. A little bit more than that could occur in those favored upslope areas just northeast of Phoenix. But it sure doesn't look like we're going to see anything significant. And of course, the southwest deserts and parts of southeast California will stay dry for the next 7 days. But why is that? What's going on with this weather pattern? And we'll figure that out in more detail as we explore the models, see what's going on. This is the GFS. It is the 12Z run, and this is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. You've got the trough in the east. You've got the ridge out here in the west and an area of low pressure off the west coast, southwesterly flow increasing. So what it all means for us down at the surface for the rest of the day today, yeah, how about partly sunny sky? We'll see plenty of high clouds around, but still some sun, high temperatures, I'd say mid-70s to about 80 degrees. So again, above average once again for this afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy, overnight lows 40s and low 50s. And then tomorrow should be a pretty nice day. We'll call it considerably cloudy. It's going to be a mix of sun and clouds. Maybe eventually as we go into the afternoon hours, probably more clouds than sun. But again, high clouds, so the sun should still manage to get through. And despite the clouds, yeah, high temperatures will still be very mild, upper 70s and low 80s. Sunday, mostly cloudy sky, but we could see low to maybe even mid-80s in here, and that'll likely be the warmest day of the forecast period, because then by Monday, we've got a couple of features of note here. There's a short wave that's approaching Southern California and a broader trough that's moving into the Pacific Northwest from the Gulf of Alaska, and these systems will serve to bring us cooler temperatures, increasing clouds, thickening clouds, and by Monday afternoon, we could see an isolated shower in here. But I think most of the rain will hold off to the north and west of us through the day on Monday. High temperatures will fall back, but still be mild, I'd say mid-70s. Tuesday, this is probably our best opportunity for precipitation. That little short wave comes on through the broader trough, and the real cold air, the cold core of this, and the main energy and dynamic support with the broader trough will stay to the north of us, but this little short wave feature will provide enough moisture advection in here for at least a chance of showers on Tuesday. Nothing overly heavy, nothing overly widespread, but scattered showers. High temperatures on Tuesday will fall back into the upper 60s, low 70s or so. And same deal on Wednesday. There might be an isolated shower maybe in the morning, but we should start to dry out. Partly sunny, high temperatures somewhere in the upper 60s to low 70s. Thursday, we'll be drying out as all of that moves on out of here. High temperatures will warm back up into the 70s. And here's a week from today. This is Friday, the 1st of March. We kick off meteorological spring, and we've got a very cold upper trough, that rather impressive low pressure area off of the Pacific Northwest, and west-southwesterly flow here. So no doubt some clouds around, but temperatures should still be at or a little bit above normal in that configuration. And of course, we've got a ridge in the east. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, the 3rd of March, and that trough now drops in here. We're seeing a trend on the deterministic models here that favors this trough descending a little bit further to the south. And if that trend should continue, better chances of rain might come in here by next weekend, by late next weekend. Again, out toward about Sunday the 3rd. And so again, that's something we'll keep an eye on. So yeah, if that's right, some scattered showers and cooler temperatures would be in here, along with breezy conditions and, of course, snow up north. All right, let's check rainfall for Phoenix out through the 8th of March off of the GFS ensemble. The mean still under a half an inch. You got the control member a little bit above that. European ensemble, there's a few members that show nothing at all for the next couple of weeks. The ensemble mean is, again, right around a third of an inch. And the control member a little bit higher than that. But in terms of significant rainfall, in terms of really heavy rainfall, we just don't see that coming anytime soon. And looking at temperatures off the national blend of models, Yeah, for the most part, these are above average. Even with somewhat cooler air in here next week with some precipitation chances, highs will still be closer to normal, but overall, above average temps, 70s, 80s, overnight lows mostly in the 50s. Now, I think there's going to be a couple of nights we could get down in the 40s in many spots, but no sign of any freezes, no sign of frost on a widespread basis, and I think we're pretty much done with that for the season. Not for sure yet, but I'd say the chances are pretty good that we're done with that. And that is going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here on Monday morning. Of course, updates before that if necessary. All right. Yes, if you enjoy these videos, you like what we do here, you can subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell. Leave your comments, questions, and suggestions. And if you really want to help us out, and now more than ever, and make a monetary contribution to this here fine channel, you can click that thanks icon below the video on YouTube, or you can send money to my PayPal address, groffshow@gmail.com. Either way, going to have to go out and get a new, at the very least, a new clamp, maybe a new arm. I don't know. I might actually have to get a new desk. The arm has, or the clamp has bent the desk up pretty well here. Because here in Studio B, we don't have the plush accommodations that Studio A has. So the desk in here for this computer is actually just a card table, a big old one of those really long card tables, and my desk clamp has really curled that thing up pretty nicely. So we'll see. All right. Anyway, yeah, that's, as you can tell, we're really running on a high budget here for these weather videos. All right. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation, and the proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. So check her out. Check out her videos below. I have them all linked up in the description, all of her endeavors. Our streaming station, it is called KMGX. We play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun with that. So I encourage you to check that out as well. Yes, we spend the money on the equipment here more than the stuff the equipment sits on. That's, and so eventually you pay the price for that. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, all of your continued support. It is so greatly appreciated. I didn't realize how much work the arm for this microphone does because, this microphone's kind of heavy, man. All right. Maybe I just need to work out more. All right. Or, work out at all. That'd be nice. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, all of your continued support. So greatly appreciated. Please be safe out there and have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend. Oh, man.